A very warm and affectionate salutation to everyone watching this video. We, the team Hackalite, consist of 3 members, that is myself Anvisha Zaman, my friend Priyadarshini, Rajkumar, and we are here to present our work for Healthcare Hackathon. Let me start with the problem statement. So nowadays, storing the data of patients is not a very difficult task to do, but having them access their reports and data from anywhere at any time, making it centralized is definitely a problem, for which HR is used but has to be updated in regular basis. The solution which we have come up with is an idea of using electronic medical records to support providers to more efficiently diagnose cases, decrease medical errors, and give safer care and for patients to get quicker access to their critical health information from anywhere and anytime 24/7. The system record the patient's demographics, laboratory results, and prescriptions across hospitals. To track the progression of irreversible diseases, we use biomarkers and medical imaging studies. Let me explain you the features. So the main features which we have focused to bring into our website is that anytime and anywhere the patient can get the reports. Once lab results are done, all the data will directly enter into the chart. Not just this, but we will also be providing patients a secure login where they can access all of their details. We are also focusing on centralizing a lot of your admin process and organizing your calendar and notification system. Let me explain you the business model canvas. So the key partners of our website are hospitals, patients, pharmacy, laboratory, medical council, doctors, insurance companies. The key activities which we have focused on is managing patients' data, lab report management, managing their prescriptions, and lab integration. So the key resources which we have used are hospitals, laboratory, software development teams. So the main value propositions of our website is to facilitate transfer of record between doctors and patients very easily. We allow patients to have more control over their medical records anytime. So the customer relationships are, we have focused on saving the patient's time by giving them more ability to control over their medical records. The channels which we have used are hospitals, pharmacy, and healthcare events. So let me tell you the cost structure of our website. So software development cost will be 3 lakhs, ML server cost will be 3 lakhs, software maintenance and support cost will be 1 lakh, and sales and marketing cost will be 2 lakhs. In value propositions of our website, that is novelty, we are using machine learning and blockchain. In machine learning, we are using logistic regression and random forest classification, which I'll be explaining in few minutes. And also, we use blockchain to secure data of patients and details of all the treatments they have received, mainly to keep the growing records updated and to keep all the data centralized. Also in pharmaceuticals, we use supply chain, where we get the list of medicines we are buying, and doctors we get it from to prevent any disruption in metal. So let me explain why we have used ML and how we are going to use the regression model here. Prognosis of cognitive disease stage classification. So basically here we are using genotyping and we are applying regression model to test the genes of the person and to find out whether the person will get the disease and at which stage exactly. In this way, we can tell the patient in prior about their disease so that they can take any preventive measures. Our next idea was to work on neuroimaging data where we have used random forest classification model. Here, we are applying the decision support system to predict whether patients with mild cognitive impairments might develop Alzheimer's disease dementia or remain stable. So as explained, the main customer of our website will be the patients who will be using our website to keep track of their data. And let me explain you the member roles and their responsibilities. So there will be patient who can check their reports and check their prescriptions. So doctors will be providing the prescriptions after proper consultation of checking the patient's history, records and everything, and they'll also be providing the reports. Hospital will do the consultation, they will manage the accounts, they will be managing the reports. Pharmacist will maintain the pharmacy, they will check with the laboratory, and they'll also be providing the reports. So let me get you started with the use case model which we have given for the website we have developed. This is the basic diagram. So the admin can log in and they can add patient details, they can edit and manage the patient details anytime, they can maintain their total accounts, they can manage everyday sales reports, which will include profit per element based on cash, based on scheme. And then you'll have the patient who can check the prescription, they can get the drugs which will be provided by the pharmacist. And you'll have the doctor who will do the diagnosis, they'll check the vital signs of the patient and they'll predict using the biomarker analysis, they'll send the reports for testing and all the medications will be given by them. Lab technician will be confirming the reports and will be conducting few lab tests. So these are the tables which we have included in our website. The database design, you'll have user logs, management plan, users, patients. You can see the fields which we have included. There's laboratory, and you have the transaction vendor coming under the drugs after you get the drugs for the treatment, and the lab results which have been checked in the laboratory and given to the doctor for the confirmation of the results. For tech stack, we have used the front end, HTML, CSS, JS and Bootstrap, and in backend part we are using PHP and MySQL. Blockchain, as I have explained why we have used it for, and in tools we are using XAMPP and VS Code especially. Using Figma, we are providing their prototype. So as you can see, this is the basic roadmap. Total number of days which we have utilized to develop our website. In day 1, we were brainstorming ideas and we were bringing out an innovative solution for the problem statement which was given to us. In day 2, we were designing the UML diagrams and all the database designing were done. So we also implemented the prototype, and in day 3, we were implementing the product and we pitched the idea. So this is the basic prototype of our website where we have explained the pharmacy part. In pharmacy, after all the laboratory testing is done with the reports which is given by the doctor, it will be sent to the pharmacy where they can give the drugs, they can add any kind of drug, and they can also manage the drugs. All these accounts will be managed by the admin, but the patient has to enter all of their details properly. So you can see that the patient has given the prescription where they have provided the medicines, and a prescription report will be generated which will get printed in the user side. Here in the analysis of EHR clinical records using ML model, we have just shown an example of analyzing a patient's brain, where you can see there are some differences in the graph. This shows the impairment in the patient's brain, and using all these records, we will be showing to the doctor, and doctor will be able to clinically analyze what are the impairments in the patient's brain, and they can provide the prescriptions and the treatment as well. So health insurance plan is what we had focused on. Whether young or elderly, we have the right healthcare for everyone. So we offer comprehensive healthcare benefits by giving insurance, as we have tie up with the insurance companies. So organ transplantation priority has been the main focus, because as we saw in many records that it was not been done properly. So we ensure to give more power to your health. The idea which we have focused on is to bringing the patient whose health conditions are worst to be prioritized first in the list of receiving organs, after we consolidate and compare the data of all patients in need of organs based on their present health records, and this is how we ensure you have a fair chance of receiving an organ in an emergency. Thank you for watching our video.
Myself Priyadarshini, let me explain the prototype of our website. This is the login page. The login for the admin page, who is the system administrator, can able to access all the hospital details in the website. And we also have the other login for the doctor, who can able to edit the patient details, prescription, consultation, diagnosis reports, etc. Once we log in into this dashboard page, where we will find the list of patients, consultation, laboratory, accounts, pharmacy, reports, etc. Now, going to the patient section, we have a page to add the basic details of the patient and the relationship with the person who comes with the patient. And next, this is the list of patients that are visible from the patient page. We send the patient to the consultation room that automatically directs us to the consultation page. Here we have the history of patient report. In this part, we are using machine learning to predict whether the patient will acquire the disease or not, or even predict the early stage of the disease. And then we'll take to the diagnosis page where we have to check whether what type of test we have to take, that is whether we have to take the blood pressure test or sugar test, etc. After the test, we are sending the details to the laboratory. Maybe we can suggest the medical details on the general comment with the details, so we can able to add neuroimaging study report of a particular patient that is generated in our portal. The neuroimages are analyzed using ML model. The ML algorithm used are logistic regression and random forest classification. The model will classify the stage of prognosis of the disease. And when we send to the diagnosis page, we will be having you to suggest any prescription, the medicine that we suggest, and how much amount the patient should take and how many times a day. This is how the prescription is sent. And then after the prescription, the patient have to pay the cash for the medicines and receive the receipt. Next, the pharmacy page, so we can able to add a drug, manage drugs, etc. And also we have the report, that is how the sales report and today treatment reports that are maintained as of date now in the database. And we also have the setup page admin user who can able to add the admin, that is we can add another user who may be a doctor, patient or hospital. Finally, we can also able to track the login activities, who's logging into our website and etc. Thank you.